Ever feel like applying for jobs online is like basically just hitting send and then hoping for the best? Kind of like sending your resume into a black hole, you know?
Totally. It's a tough job market, and it can definitely feel like you're up against like hundreds of other people for the same job.
Exactly. So many applicants. And that's why today we're diving into RoleCatcher. Have you heard of it?
I have, yeah.
They promise to make job hunting way easier, help you stand out from the crowd.
Right.
Sounds promising, but then again, so many online tools kind of say that, right?
Hmm.
So we're going to break it down. Do they actually deliver?
Let's find out.
Okay. One of their big things is this RoleCatcher.capture. It's a browser extension. So you're browsing jobs and you can save them from any website. Have you ever been in that situation where you're like deep in job boards and then you find something cool but you lose it?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
A million tabs open. It's the worst.
Right. So RoleCatcher is saying, hey, we've got you covered. They pull everything together. Applications, notes, even messages, all in one place.
Okay, so it's like a central hub for your job search.
That's what they're saying. Imagine that, your entire job search totally organized.
That would be amazing, actually. Just staying organized is half the battle.
Right.
But I am curious, like, how does their system actually work? Is it just, collecting job postings? Or is there more to it?
They say it's more than just organizing. They're saying their AI analyzes job descriptions, like figures out what the employer is really looking for. Sometimes it's like they write these descriptions and you're left wondering what they actually want, right?
Yes, between the lines.
Exactly. So they're saying their AI can decode that. And get this, it suggests improvements to your resume.
Oh, well. To match what they're looking for.
To tailor it to each specific job. Isn't that wild?
So you're basically, like, using their tech to try to get past those initial screenings.
Okay, so you're telling me like hundreds of applicants, and this tool might be the thing that helps me get noticed.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
A lot of companies are relying on AI more and more for those first cuts.
Right, right.
So, yeah.
But how does it even work, this whole AI thing?
So let's say you upload your resume, right?
Yep.
Their AI is going to scan it, look for keywords, skills, things that match the job description.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Let's say the job wants SEO experience, but your resume just says, like, managed website traffic.
Right, yeah.
It might suggest that you change that phrase to something like improved organic search ranking, which is essentially the same thing, but
That is those keywords.
it's the magic words. Exactly.
Like a secret decoder ring for your resume. That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
But speaking of tough competition, let's talk about the interview process. RoleCatcher has this massive database of interview questions,
Right.
over 120,000.
Oh, wow.
120,000. I don't care who you are. That's a lot of potential questions to fumble through, right?
Absolutely. Even just think about it makes me nervous.
Yeah, so it's like they get that it's nerve-wracking, so they're giving you a way to practice so you're not caught off guard.
Preparation is key.
Right, but they take it a step further with this co-pilot feature. Have you heard of that?
A little bit, yeah.
So you can record yourself answering practice questions, and their AI gives you feedback.
Whoa.
Isn't that something?
So it's like having a coach, but AI.
Yeah, almost like you have a coach in your pocket.
Wow.
Right. So imagine this. You finish your mock interview, and instead of just like hoping you did okay, you get this feedback on your body language, your tone, even those like little nervous habits you might not realize you have.
It's like having a virtual mirror, but it's showing you how you come across professionally. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
That kind of self-awareness is so valuable, though, right? Because sometimes we don't even realize how we're coming across.
It's true. It's true. But it makes you wonder, like, with all this AI, are we relying on it too much? Will everyone start sounding the same if they're using RoleCatcher to, like, craft the perfect resume and answers?
You're hitting on a really important point. Authenticity is key. You don't want to lose your own voice in all of this.
Exactly. So how do you find that balance? Using the tech, but still being genuine, being yourself.
It's a tough one. But from what I've seen, RoleCatcher seems to get that. They're not trying to create these cookie-cutter applicants. It's more like they're giving you the tools to showcase what makes you unique.
Okay, so they're saying, we're not going to write your resume for you, but we'll give you the tools to make it better.
Right, exactly. You're still in the driver's seat of your own career. Think of it like they're providing a really, really advanced toolbox.
You like that analogy. Okay, so we've talked a lot about features, but let's get practical. How much does this thing cost? They've got the free version, which is great, but then they have this Copilot subscription. That's where you get all the fancy AI stuff.
Right.
So for our listeners who are out there like, okay, another subscription, is it worth it?
That's the million-dollar question. Honestly, it depends. It depends on your needs, your budget. The free version is actually really good. You get their job board thing, the resume analysis, even a bunch of interview questions.
So you get a lot without paying anything. What does the paid version get you?
It takes things up a notch. With the free version, you can see what skills their AI thinks are important. But with Copilot, it actually helps you rewrite your resume with those skills in mind.
So it's not just telling you, it's doing it with you.
Yeah. And the feedback on those practice interviews, it's way more detailed. It's like having a personal coach. Remember those little nervous habits we talked about?
Right.
Copilot really helps you pinpoint those.
So if you're really struggling with applications or bombing interviews, this could be a game changer.
For sure. Think of it as an investment.
Yeah, like taking a course or something.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. What's your overall impression? Is this just another tech tool, or is there something really here?
I mean, it's easy to be skeptical.
Right.
There are so many like job hunting gimmicks out there. But I think based on what we've talked about, RoleCatcher actually seems kind of different.
Okay.
It's not about like shortcuts or magic formulas.
Right.
It's more about understanding how the whole hiring process even works.
Yeah.
And then using that knowledge.
Yeah, and they're giving you the tools to do it yourself, which I think is cool. Remember we talked about them having all those career guides?
Well,
Like they're not just saying, here's the AI, good luck. They're trying to actually help people.
it's more well-rounded for
Yeah.
sure. It's
Yeah.
like they're saying, look, we can give you the tools, but you got to do the work.
Right, exactly. You're still in control. And that's got to feel good, especially when it feels like so often job hunting is totally out of your control.
Oh, it's the worst. You just feel like you're like throwing stuff into the void and hoping something sticks.
Exactly. So for our listeners out there who are ready to ditch that feeling and, take control, what's the key takeaway for them?
I'd say in a job market where tech is changing everything, using tools like RoleCatcher could be what helps you stand out.
Instead of feeling lost and overwhelmed, you're like, no, I'm going to leverage this stuff. I'm going to get ahead.
Exactly.
Love that. Okay, so for anyone who wants to give RoleCatcher a try, what's our pro tip?
I'd say start with the free version, get a feel for it.
Try it out.
Yeah, see what you think.
And don't forget about that RoleCatcher.capture extension. It's like a little secret weapon for your browser.
For sure. You never know. Could lead you right to your dream job.
And on that note, I think we'll wrap up our deep dive into RoleCatcher. Until next time, everyone, happy job hunting.